Hi, this is Trudy with Howard Tax Prep LLC. We are located in the South Loop of Chicago, Illinois, and we have an office in Homewood, Illinois. I wanted to do a quick reminder for those that may have unfiled tax returns. You may want to file those back tax returns and get into a payment plan with the IRS. And if you don't have enough income on a monthly basis to get into a payment plan with the IRS, you may be able to go into a hardship. So, a hardship would say, yes, I owe the debt, but I'm unable to pay the bill that I owe to the IRS. The state of Illinois, where we're located, doesn't really offer a hardship. You can apply, but it's very difficult to get. So I would always say work with the state first so that you can get into some sort of payment plan, especially if you have any type of license, like an insurance license, a security license, because the state of Illinois will suspend your license, making it impossible for you to make any money to even pay the debt. So, but I say that to say I really don't like when tax practitioners try to scare people with, well, the IRS will lock you up or they'll put you in jail and they'll take everything you have, because I don't feel that scare tactics is the best way to get someone into compliance. However, unfortunately, I think with the hiring of all of those new agents by the IRS, jail and them actually moving forward to place tax liens and levy bank accounts is no longer a scare tactic, but unfortunately, it's becoming more of a reality. In this case, a North Carolina man was sentenced to 36 months in prison for tax evasion. So, according to court documents, Darren Lee Joy of Matthews, North Carolina, did not file his individual income tax returns for most of the past 2 decades. So that's over 20 years. This man has been getting away with it. He's going to work and he'll give his employers W-4 forms and say that he is exempt from his federal and state income tax withholding. So, because he did that, none of his employers were withholding taxes and paying them over to the IRS, and none were being withheld or paid over to the state. So, throughout this period, this 2 decade period, more than $1.8 million in income was earned by Darren Lee Joy, causing him to owe more than $380,000 in state and federal income taxes. Now, this is a small amount in comparison. I literally have seen people that owe over $500,000 to the IRS. Usually, that's someone who had employees and they weren't paying the payroll taxes, which is the Medicare and the Social Security. They may have income taxes, but to criminally prosecute, not just levy his bank account and put a lien on his house, but to criminally prosecute this man when he's been doing this for over 20 years shows that the IRS, now that they have all of these additional employees, they are going after these old cases. So, one of the things I always like to let people know is, even if you don't file a tax return, the IRS, if you work for an employer, or if you get a 1099 NEC from an independent contractor work, they know how much income you brought in. So in this case, they let Darren's income just build, and continue to build. And then they hit him with, okay, well, now we're going to criminally prosecute you. Now, like I said, criminal prosecution typically is not the IRS's first form of trying to get you into compliance. Usually, you'll talk to a revenue officer, and a revenue officer will ask you, hey, you need to get these tax returns filed, you need to get into some type of payment plan, etc. You need to work with us. So, I don't know what happened in this case. I don't know if he ignored the revenue agent. Some people think if they ignore the problem, it's going to go away. I don't know if he lied to the revenue agent or what happened, But in any case, the fact that this man is facing 3 years in prison, plus he still has to do restitution. I mean, if you're going to put me in jail, then why do I have to pay restitution? In my mind, it should be one or the other. But unfortunately, the United States government does not work based on Trudy's mind. And these are the laws. So if you have back taxes that you need to get filed and you need to get into a payment plan, please reach out to us. We do accept credit cards. We do take afterpay now. So if you can't pay everything on one time, then you can definitely take advantage of afterpay. But at the very least, you need to start getting these returns filed before the IRS gets involved and starts doing it for you and then trying to criminally prosecute you. All right, thank you all, and I'll talk to you soon.